ahead of time.
See how smart I am? Welcome to the G3 Boardroom. Today we are going to be playing through Reterra.
Nope.
We are going to be playing through Life in Reterra. Probably not Reterra. It's a community rebuilding game. So we're kind of assuming that it's, Reterra. Terra is in...
Was Terra before?
Yeah. Now it's Reterra.
Who's Terra?
That's the name of the game. Got to find out who Terra is.
I guess.
And you have to read to her, I guess, based on the title. Read Terra.
We're off on a tangent.
Way far on a tangent. Bringing it back.
Today we're going to do things a little differently. We're actually not reading the rule book. We're going to be using the Dized app from our friends at the Dized company.
Yep. D-I-Z-E-D. It's in your app store. Go get it.
Not Dized, Dized.
So we're going to do our playthrough with the app. We haven't read anything in the rule book. This is not properly set up at all.
Oh, yeah.
And so we just spread stuff out, which made sense to us. So we're going to go ahead and use the app, and we're going to see what happens.
Yeah, we're going to learn to play as you learn to play this one.
Yeah, or if you already know how to play, then you can mock us for not knowing how to play. But the Dized app is going to help. And this is a good time to mention, too, if you have this game or if you like Dized or anything else you want to talk to us about, hit us in the comment section down there. Hit like, hit subscribe as well. Really helps out the channel. We appreciate you. All right, let's get cracking. Go ahead and hit that start.
New.
Yeah.
Welcome to Life in Reterra. Tap forward in the lower right corner to start.
All right, we'll do that.
All right.
Not so long from now, the world looks very different.
A little bit lower.
Yeah.
Our cities have been reclaimed by nature and pieces of our past exist only in remnants. Remnants we must now use to build the present. We're finding new ways to thrive, together, because when nothing remains, community is everything. Life in Reterra is a game for 2 to 4 players. How many are playing this time?
3? Right? 1, 2, 3.
I'll be sort of playing. I don't know how good I'm going to be doing.
There's no 2.5 options.
2.5.
This Dized tutorial is designed to be used together with the Life in Reterra board game. The tutorial will guide you through your first game step by step. The given examples will not match your exact game situation.
We got it.
Simply follow the instructions and apply them to your ongoing game. In Life in Reterra, you will create a cozy, thriving community.
Cozy.
These are scored in the end, and the player with the highest scoring community wins.
Most cozy, more points.
Let's begin.
I want it uncozy, like
Open
Mad
up the
Max.
box and set the game guide aside. It is not needed with this tutorial. Are you playing with a brand new copy of the game?
I'll just rip this up.
If unsure, select yes.
Brand new.
This will guide you through how... In one of the boxes, you should find 15 cards with buildings on them.
I don't know.
These will soon be sorted into 3 starter building sets. Note that each building card has 2 sides, a purple one and an orange one.
It does?
Yep.
The building name is always the same on both sides. For set 1, Essentials, find the following cards: School, Garden, Farm, Infirmary, and Public Square. Place them in a row on the table.
One more time. School, garden, farm, infirmary, public square. Place
It has the purple side of it, so...
All right.
Okay. Oh, this is a 2. Aren't we supposed to do set 1?
Hey, this is 4. There is no set 4, so...
Ah, okay.
So-
And question mark. So.
You may not speak.
That was
10
for set
minutes.
1.
All right.
For set
set
2,
two.
Commerce, find cards, Restaurant, Fishing Hole, Inn, Workshop, and Market.
Yeah.
Place them in another row, under the previous set.
Okay.
Set 3, Leisure, Junk Catapult, Observatory, Sports Field, Hot Springs, and Amphitheater.
I'm looking forward to using that junk
Place these
catapult.
cards in a third row, under the previous ones.
Wish I had one right now.
Yep.
Check us out. We haven't messed up yet.
Carefully pop the building tiles from the punch boards and pair them with their respective building cards with matching images.
Alright, we've kind of already done that.
Sort of
but-
did that.
Oh, so this is set 2.
This is
so
set
could be
1.
Set 2, set 1,
So
set
how
3.
do you match? Oh, I see. You match them with the cards. Oh, so these don't get played from the trays. They just get stored in these trays.
I don't know. We're gonna find out if we pull everything out of these trays, and then the app told us to put it all back in the trays.
Yeah.
That's what we get for going ahead and not really paying.
Jumping too far ahead. Don't jump ahead of the app.
So that one looks like that one.
Dized app has catchy music.
Hopefully it's not copywritten. That'd be bad for this video. I mean, if Dized ever gets a partnership with Disney, then we'll be in trouble.
Yeah. This amphitheater is like a tank.
It's got treads. Maybe it was an earth mover.
Tank a theater.
I guess we won't need these, so we'll step those in.
I don't know yet. I'm holding on to mine.
Okay, hold on to it. All right, the next.
There are 3 trays for building sets, and 3 transparent lids that have a small number in the center. 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
Yep.
In this tutorial, we'll be using the set 1, called Essentials. For sets 2 and 3, put the building tokens and their cards into their dedicated trays.
You know it's.
So we put him back.
Dized app, you screwed us!
Already get it. Well, we did say we had a new copy of the game.
Yeah.
And so it's telling us how to do everything we need to do. They're not in the wrong. We are.
Well,
But I refuse to admit that. So,
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't notice before that in these trays it does have a spot for those cards too.
it sure does. And that looks nice and fancy.
Yes.
All right.
but it did say put them out in the wall as a new copy because they're telling us how to organize it.
Yeah.
Put sets 2 and 3 back into the box. They won't be needed this time.
All right.
Okay. Well, maybe just for the tutorial, because the tutorial is eventually going to let us go and play on
Pop the
ourselves.
junk/relic tokens
But
from
they
the
might be
sheets
needed
and place them
still
in
in
the
the
tray
game.
with the inhabitant pawns and score pad.
It said put it back in the box.
Yep.
I'm doing what the app told me to
Exactly
do.
what it tells us to do. Right? So we got the junk relics and then the inhabitants. Those are the inhabitants are the
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
meeples, bleeples, and the other ones. And then score pad goes.
Yeah.
Keep the land tiles in the land tile storage tray.
We
Let's
took them
set
out.
up the game. The finished setup will look something like this. Unfold the setup board and place it in the center of your play space. Place the 5 building cards purple side up onto the edge of the board. Make sure that the size of each building matches the icon on the board. Other than that, their order doesn't matter. Fill the 2-player and 3-player spaces above each card with the corresponding building tiles. The 4-player spaces are left empty in a 3-player game.
How's Bob getting away with sitting there doing
So
nothing?
wait, so we're not filling the top. Okay, so we're going to put these back
Controlling
into
the app.
put these back into tray 1.
We have a soundtrack.
Half of the exchange process is letting go.
I'm ready. I'm going.
Put the extra building tiles back in their storage tray.
I went ahead of time.
See how smart I am?
Open and place the tray with junk/relic tokens and inhabitant pawns within reach.
Wait, that just explode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Within reach. That's reachable.
You won't need the score pad until the game ends, but you can use it as a handy reference as you play.
I don't want to put it near Jay. You'll use it
Find
as
the
a
4
handy
land
reference.
tiles with the Life in Reterra logo on them. These are the starter land tiles, the first piece of your communities.
Yeah.
Place one random starter tile face up in front of each player and put away any extras.
I have the one that's specifically the example. That's 1 point.
No, I do.
Now I'm smart.
Shuffle the rest of the land tiles and give 3 to each player. You may look at them, but keep them secret.
Come on, 3, as if your IQ were normal. Come on.
Jeez, just tossing it.
We gotta go fast. That's all that matters.
Jeez, Judy.
Hey, who shuffled these? No.
I don't know.
Place 5 random land tiles in a row next to the setup board, face up.
5, please.
3, 5.
I'm just nonchalantly tossing.
This is treated with utter disregard. Ooh, that's an island looking thing.
Stack the remaining land tiles in face down stacks.
Let's say how many stacks?
No, it looks
It
like
only
3.
shows 3. All right. What are you doing there, Jay?
Stacking the rest of the remaining land tiles.
You're killing me. Show us more.
Yeah. Close enough. Right.
Setup finished. You're ready to start rebuilding.
All right.
Soon you'll be taking turns adding land, buildings, and inhabitants to your community.
This is fantastic. We made it all the
A
way
community is complete when it makes a square grid of 4x4 land
through.
tiles.
4x4. Okay, something to
Your
keep in mind.
starting tile may end up being anywhere in the grid. The buildings and inhabitants are added to your community while you're placing the land tiles. The game ends when each player has built their community of 4x4 land tiles. The player with the most points wins. This tutorial will walk you through the first 2 rounds of the game step by step. Once you know how to play, this tutorial can still be used to revisit the essential information.
On your own.
You shouldn't need to study the game guide with a Dized tutorial, but in the case you need to, you can find the full game rules and FAQ by accessing the Dized rules using the button in the top right corner.
Hey, wait. So we managed to make it all the way through setup without making any massive or grave errors, I think. So the Dized always does a great job, even though you don't need the rule book. Up in the corner here, there's a button that you hit which will take you to basically what is a rule book that exists within the app. And I do know, having used this product many times before, not this one specifically, but there will eventually be icons for specific actions. Hit this if you need to learn more about this thing, or if you weren't paying attention, or if you're just like Jay and rely on other people to tell you the rules.
I know, it just knows the stuff naturally. And the Dized app, what it said it's going to do, it's pretty much what it does all the time. It'll take you through what it needs to until it starts to get repetitive, and then it'll like kind of let us go, and we can run our own rounds or whatever until we need to get to a point where something else happens, and the Dized app will kind of wait for us. Okay, when this happens, come back. We'll go from there.
Right. All right. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
The player most likely to thrive in an apocalypse goes first. Choose who that is, or select the button to choose at random.
I say Bob. Bob can build things.
Yeah, Bob's actually handy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll wait for him to build things, and then I'll take it.
Let's start the first round. First player, you're up. Tap forward to begin your turn. The upper right corner of the setup board lists the 4 phases of each player's turn. Let's start with the first one. Place 1 land tile. Each turn, you choose a land tile and add it to your community. Each tile is made up of 4 terrain spaces. There are 5 types of terrain. See which terrain types you have on your starter tile.
Bob, do you want to read off what those are? Looks like
Yeah.
I've got forest. It looks like I have a forest with a gear. Water.
For your starting tile.
Oh, starting. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I want all 5.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, you can't have all 5. You
You
have
have
4. It's 4
I
sides.
want the information on all
You
5.
have desert, forest, grass, and water.
I see I don't have any grass at all on mine.
Yep.
So they are all different.
What was the first one you said about?
Asphalt is a
Which,
great
Asphalt.
which is a gray.
Asphalt. Asphalt.
It's your asphalt.
I got everything in the desert, so I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. So yeah, all the starting tiles are different. There are 5 resources in the game, or 5 terrain types, and you've got 4. So we'll see if one's better than the other.
You may choose the tile to place from the land tile row or from your secret land tiles. Land tiles taken from the row are replaced at the end of each turn. However, you only have 3 secret tiles and they are not replaced when you use them. It's recommended to start with a tile from the face-up row. See if there is a tile you can use for creating continuous segments of terrain.
I kind of like how the Dized app will sort of give you some basic strategy type stuff, instead of just
I'm gonna go with that one.
telling
Not
you
yet.
just the rules. It sort of gives little hints as to how to succeed.
Right. So hit the button and see if it tells you to.
When placed in your community, the tile must align with the full edge of another land tile.
You mean I can't?
This means you cannot match edges halfway.
It's
Always full
important
edge
because
to
that's
full edge.
we were about to try that, I'm sure.
Terrain
No, it's gotta
spaces
be
don't have
4
to
by
match
4
up,
square.
but it'll help you later
done.
if they do. When placing, you may rotate the tile to any orientation. Icons might end up being upside down. That's fine. Icons, and especially energy sources, are beneficial to have in your community. Let's learn more about them later.
Okay, later.
Let's learn more about them later.
Later on. Yeah.
Your toy with
If
the
you're not
Dized
sure
app.
what to do, try to match the terrain types, creating continuous segments of terrain. Choose one land tile from the land tile row or from your secret land tiles and add it to your community.
I told you.
Use the buttons to replay information.
Alright, so I did pick one from the row, so I'm gonna.
It's not the end of your turn. It says replace at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Did it tell you to replace it? It didn't tell
First
you
tile
to replace.
placed. Let's move on to the second phase.
Place your one land tile. You already
If you
did.
placed a land tile with gears on it, you may choose to place one building or one inhabitant on that land tile. When placing a building, each space the building covers must have a gear on it.
Here's good.
Okay.
These gears must be on the same type of terrain. In other words, a building cannot be placed over multiple types of terrain. However, building requirements cannot be met during your first turn because you won't have enough adjacent gears. Let's learn about placing an inhabitant instead. You can place an inhabitant only on a gear, and only on the land tile you place this turn. Choose carefully, as you cannot move inhabitants or buildings once they're placed. You don't have to place anything if you don't want to. For example, you might choose not to place an inhabitant in order to keep the gear available for placing a building later on. If you want, place an inhabitant pawn on a gear on the tile you just placed.
I am
Each
opting
inhabitant
not to.
is worth 1 point at the end of the game.
I am opting not to.
And have
It says choose wisely. I don't know how to play yet. How am I going to choose wisely?
Phase 3 is when most of the building powers may be used.
I think wisely
Let's
is
learn
the
more
name.
about buildings and their powers next round.
Choose. No, wisely.
Let's move on to
Wise.
phase 4. At the end of the turn, any land tile taken from the land tile row is replaced. However, remember that you only get 3 secret land tiles. Whenever you choose to play a secret tile instead of one from the land tile row, it is not replaced. Now, if you placed a tile from the land tile row, replace it with a new tile from the top of the land
That's it.
tile stacks.
I was been itching to do that.
Yeah. Die.
The play proceeds in clockwise order. The player to the left of the previous one, tap forward to begin your turn.
Shall I tap for you?
Not yet. So far, we've learned, draw a tile, place a tile, replace a tile, and then it was talking to us about what happens when there's gears on your tile, which Bob does have a gear on his tile there. But Bob opted not to. We'll see if that was wise later on. I really like the Dized app because this sure beats Jason after having to reference the rule book all the time.
Jason, you mean?
Did you just refer to yourself in the third person?
I did.
Ooh, negative points for that.
Yeah, well, I was already ahead by one because I chose the best piece. All right, hit the button. Let's see what it does.
Hit the button.
Choose one land tile from the land tile row or from your secret land tiles and add it to your
All
community.
right, no problem. I'm going to do that.
Use the buttons to replay information.
I like that one just because it matches two things there. So I'll be okay.
So we don't know what the other icons are at this
Just yet.
at this point.
Right.
So I see like a battery on there. So okay.
Right.
If you want, place an inhabitant pawn on a gear on the tile you just placed.
I am going to place.
Each inhabitant is
I'm
worth
going
1
to.
point at the end of the game.
Bam.
Bam.
I'm winning. Winning. Ahead.
For now.
By one. Winning.
Now, if you placed a tile from the land tile
I
row,
did.
replace it with a new tile from
How?
the top of the land tile stacks.
Glorious.
Third player, let's go.
Oh, look at something.
If you can. No, you can't look. You can't look. Did it tell you to look? Did it tell you? Did it tell you
Oh,
to
these are
look?
all gears under there. Okay.
This guy.
Did you look when you played those cards out?
No.
You just blindly put them down.
I looked when we did the unboxing.
I just wanted to see if there was any.
Yeah, we don't know what
if
the
any
powers
of these
are.
cards, yeah, give me power. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take.
Okay.
Oh yeah, fine.
Choose one land tile
Oh,
from
that's
the
right.
land tile
Oh, how
row or
surprising.
from your secret land tiles and add it to your community.
What if I want that island?
Use the buttons to replay
pick it.
information. If you want,
I don't know how it's played though.
Well, it's got to be special.
Yeah, but I don't want to play it wrongly.
You're not going to play it wrongly. It's got water around it. Play where you got water.
Yeah, I guess so.
Do you have no water?
I have no water. So.
Yeah, you do. That's water.
Oh, I thought that was.
It's not air. It's water.
Oh,
Those are
I thought
waves.
those are clouds. Those are waves. Yeah, give me the island, please.
You can't have
I can
it.
take it myself.
It's not a cloud island.
It is now.
You can't place nothing, so we might as well refill the. Well, we'll go next first.
Yeah, let's go next.
if you want, place an inhabitant pawn on a gear on the tile you just placed. Each inhabitant is worth 1 point at the end of the game.
We know that.
Now, if you placed a tile from the land tile row, replace it with a new tile from the top of the land tile stacks.
you win.
Let's see how points are scored at the end of the game.
Ah,
Terrain segments are continuous regions of a single type of terrain. Each terrain segment of 7 or more spaces is worth 3 points.
I got 5. 5 in my cloud island.
You will earn terrain segment points from every 7+ sized segment, even if you have multiple segments of a certain terrain type. In this example, you would earn 3 points from each forest.
Oh, nice clear animation and direction on the app. Good.
However, you don't
Oh.
get more than 3 points per segment, no matter how large the segment gets.
Okay.
For example,
Important.
this forest counts as 3 points, even when it's twice the size of the minimum requirement of 7+. Energy source tiles count as
That's
4
nice.
spaces of water.
that's your thing.
In this example, the size of the water terrain segment is 8 spaces.
Not on yours.
Yeah. It's 5.
Oh, so that's all they are, and just a
Yeah.
massive. Okay.
Well, it probably might do something else. It's specially named, but I'm just
Energy
saying.
sources are also worth 8 points if completely surrounded by other tiles.
Can't be on an edge.
Thank you, app lady.
In practice, to score the 8 points with an energy source, it has to be placed in one of the central 4 squares of your community.
You just said that. It's smart.
All right.
Slightly different way.
I'm smart.
SMRT.
Each relic icon on tiles or tokens in your community is worth 1 point. Note that you might not always have relic tokens in play, depending on your set of buildings.
So, just for example here, I think relics or whatever the cell phone looking one is.
Yeah.
And I saw a compass earlier on somebody else.
The example they're using shows a lot of soccer ball.
Yeah.
Each inhabitant in your community is worth 1 point.
Nice.
Each building placed in your community is worth the amount of points shown on the upper left corner of the building card.
Okay.
Buildings might also score additional points based on their power. For example, each garden is worth 3 additional points if placed on a terrain segment of exactly 7 continuous spaces.
Okay.
Okay.
If a building doesn't have a score in the upper left corner, then the building's power tells you how many points the building is worth.
This is the specific example they use. Now there's a question mark up in the corner here, and the text specifically says worth 1 point per space of your largest segment of continuous terrain. So this would be worth, for Jason right now, just as an example, this would be worth 5 points. Or that would be worth 5 points. This is just tells you what it's worth.
There's only 2 of those.
Yeah.
Only 2 of those out there.
Well, they're also difficult to get out there. They're huge.
Yeah.
Each junk token in your community not only negates the relic it is placed on, but also subtracts 1 point from your score.
Okay.
You might not always have junk tokens in play, depending on your set of buildings.
Depending on if someone flings them at you, I think.
Yeah.
That junk catapult.
There was one of the other stuff is called the junk catapult. So you're flinging trash at each other.
Time for the second
All right,
round.
let's do it.
All right.
First player, you're up next. Tap forward to begin your turn. Choose one land tile from the land tile row or from your secret land tiles and add it to your community. Use the buttons to replay information.
Do you have it nice and fancy?
Yes.
Are you gonna? Oh, I was gonna ask you.
Let's recap and also learn more about placing buildings and inhabitants.
All right.
When placing a building, each space the building covers must have a gear on it. These gears must be on the same type of terrain. In other words, a building cannot be placed over multiple types of terrain. Note that a part of the building must be on a gear on the land tile you placed this turn. The rest of the building will be on gears on previously placed land tiles. You may have more than one of the same building in your community, and you'll score them individually based on what the building card says. When placing a building, you may choose any building tile of the corresponding type available on the setup board. You cannot place a building if all tiles of the type are already taken.
Makes sense.
You may place an inhabitant
There aren't
only
any
on
there,
a
you
gear,
can't have any.
and only on the
I already
land
wish
tile
that
you
you could
placed
grab
this
like a
turn.
separate gear piece and put it underneath.
Some building powers let you place more inhabitants on spaces without gears, or on building tiles, but that happens during the next phase. If you placed a land tile with gears on it, place one building or one inhabitant if you wish. Building powers kick in on the next turn after you place them, unless their building card says otherwise.
Okay. Important note.
If your building's power involves your neighbors, that means it relates only to the players sitting directly to your left and or right.
Nobody's to my right.
For example, every time you place a building, each farm in your community lets you place a junk token on a relic in one of your neighbors' communities.
Each what?
Farm.
Oh.
Every time you place a building, place a junk token on a relic
wow.
in one of your neighbor's communities. On a relic, not a gear. Important.
Okay.
You can't place anything on top of junk, and you can't remove it. You can't place junk on top of buildings or inhabitants. Junk is usually placed on top of relic icons,
Drop
and
a
if you
bunch of
have
trash
relic
on the
tokens in play, junk can be placed on them as well. Some building powers let you place inhabitants into spaces without gears, or onto building tiles. Note that each space may only hold one inhabitant. For example, only 3 inhabitants may be placed on the infirmary building tile.
Oh,
If you have buildings in your community with a power you can use now, use them.
you have no
Note
such
that
thing.
usually building powers kick in on the next turn after you
Okay.
place them.
But I can place a building.
Yes.
So I would like to place a school.
Want
No.
to hit button next.
Okay.
Oh,
Now, if you placed a tile from the land tile row, replace it with a new tile
Your turn
from the
hasn't
top of
ended
the
yet, so
land tile
you get
stacks.
to, after you place your thing, you do get a chance to place an item, and you said you want a school.
Yep.
There you go.
So the special power with the school is worth 2 additional points if you have more visible relics than both your neighbors.
Yeah. All right, so just one of us has to get more relics than him. That's negated.
I don't know how that
Oh,
happened.
nicely done.
How do you ever manage to do that?
I don't know either.
Second player, it's your turn.
My turn, eh?
Choose one land tile from the land tile row or from your secret land tiles and add it to your community. Use the buttons to replay information.
All right, so right now, the app is kind of starting to let us go. It says, hey man, if you need to know some of the stuff I've already told you 6 times, hit one of these buttons. So it's already starting to let us go on this specific thing. So I'm going to go ahead and place my tile. I'm choosing not to place either the inhabitant or a building at this time. And I'll just go ahead and say, I'm good, and go ahead and hit the next button. Oh, I got to replace the tile. Okay, all right.
Good to hit the next button.
Yes, sir.
If you placed a land tile with gears on it, place one building or one inhabitant if you wish.
You chose not to. Or are you changing your mind?
I might have to change my mind.
The app convinced him. App lady convinced him.
Yeah. No, I'm happy.
Okay.
Okay.
If you have buildings in your community with a power you can use now,
I don't.
use them. Note that usually building powers kick in on the next turn after you place them.
That's right.
Now, if you placed a tile
Done.
from the land tile row,
See, we're already
replace
learning.
it with a new tile from the top of the
Even
land
we
tile
are capable of learning using the
Third player,
Dized app.
let's
Third
go.
player,
That
okay.
top piece, that top tile there.
This one right here?
Yep.
All right, there you go.
Choose one land tile from the land tile row or from your secret land tiles and add it to your
Secret
community.
land tile.
Use the buttons to replay information. If you
Good.
placed a land tile with gears on it,
You gonna place
place
anything on
one
that?
building
You're
or
not.
one
You're
inhabitant
not.
if you
It's
wish.
good.
If
Actually,
you have buildings in your community with a power you can use now,
You said
use
no.
them.
You said
so did
Note
you.
that
Then you
usually
changed your mind.
building
Oh, no.
But I
powers
did.
kick
Right
in
here.
on the
I
next
didn't. I
turn
just
after
kept
you place
thinking.
them.
I did.
And I kept thinking, I
I
was like,
stopped thinking a long time ago.
No buildings, no powers. So.
many years.
Now, if you placed a tile from the land tile row, replace it with a new tile from the top of the land tile stacks.
Oh, but it doesn't matter. There's a book on that. But you don't need that because you don't do any thinking.
From now on, keep playing more independently. Help is available if questions arise during the game. Digital version of the game guide is
All right.
available through the button in the upper right corner.
Game's letting us go.
When the game ends, this tutorial will help you do the scoring step by step. Keep playing using the buttons for help when needed. Select Game End when each player has built their community of 4x4 land tiles.
Okay.
All right. So now what the app has done is says, hey man, you guys, you know what you need to know. You're on your own. When you finish the game or when the game ends, hit these buttons here. We've got a number of different things here. There's game end, there's scoring, which is just going to repeat what the scoring already was. We've got one for tile placement. Things you find on land tiles.
I'm curious about that one because we didn't go over all the icons.
Hit the button.
Use the buttons for help.
Terrain spaces, relic icons.
Go ahead, hit it.
The white icons found on land tiles are relics. These are for your inhabitants to learn from, trade, or perhaps just daydream about.
Oh, nice.
If another player has placed a junk token on a relic in your community, it isn't worth anything, and you can't remove the junk. 1 point each. If covered, 0 points.
Yeah, so
Use the buttons for help.
relics are on the score
Yeah.
sheets. So it doesn't matter what they are, they're just worth 1 point.
Yeah.
Right. And it might matter according to some of the cards. We haven't gotten that far yet, but right now they're 1 point each, and I am still winning with 2. Oh wait, Bob's house is worth 2.
But it's only worth, it's additional points.
It's worth 2 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
All right. So where are we at? It's Bob's turn.
Yep.
All right, Bob.
So it's either pick a card and
So far, so good.
Yep.
I was taking that thing. You good, Bob?
I want to place an inhabitant.
wisely.
Wisely. He's the oldest of the inhabitants.
Building powers, or that's only at the end?
Is that
That's
the
at
end?
the end of your turn.
Yes, sir.
Yep. I got flip the card.
Yep. All right.
I don't think the school is worth anything as you go. It's only at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take this. I'll put this here. I'm going to take this farm. I'll put it here. And the farm says every time you place a building, place a junk token on a relic in one of your neighbor's communities. It's called a farm. I don't know how farm equals you throwing trash on your land,
Yeah.
but it does.
That's a good question.
So neither of us have a relic.
You will sometime, and when you do, I'll be waiting.
I would like.
Jay is passed. All right.
I'm going to start timing this guy's turns.
I didn't say
I'm literally going to start timing this guy's
Did
turns.
I say you were taking too much time? I just said you passed. Now you're taking too much
The one with
time.
the gear.
The iPhone?
Nope. The one above it. There we go. All right.
Do you care where it is replaced from,
No,
sir?
it makes no difference whatsoever.
So you already skipped. You don't want to place an inhabitant, then, eh?
Would you like to place an inhabitant or
No.
or a building on your one square?
Yeah, I'll put a building like standing upright.
All right, Bob, back to you.
Nice.
That's it. Turn down the volume at least.
That's all right. It's
Okay.
fine.
I'm actually going to go to one of my secret tiles.
I forgot about those.
All right. This secret tile did not present me with an option to place either a building or a guy. So, on you.
I'm actually going to place a secret.
Oh,
tile
now he
also.
started a whole trend. Oh, that's why you want to. Yeah, the one that fits.
Yes, and I'm going to place a garden is worth an additional 3 points if placed on a terrain segment of exactly 7 continuous spaces. Or a school, which is 2 points invisible.
Invisible.
Yeah. I want to try the garden. Let's say a garden just to try something new.
Try something.
Put that on there.
All right.
Okay, Bob.
Take that one. Place it there.
Good?
Nope. I'm going to build
No.
an infirmary.
Which is at the end of every turn, place one inhabitant on this building or any other building on the same segment of continuous terrain as this building. Wow, that's a good one. That's
But I
gonna
don't
give
use
you,
that power until
You can
Next
use it
turn.
now.
Can't use it
Yeah.
next
So
turn.
that's going to start, that's a little point engine for you.
Hopefully.
And you can't replace buildings. Once you put a building, you can't tear it down.
That seems to be the case, yeah. All right, I'll put that one right there. I'm going to take a guy. I'll put the guy in there. Oh, my bad. I didn't have the app telling me what to do. I stopped doing it.
And the monkey pushes a button.
I'll take that second one down, Bob.
That one here?
Yep,
Why you keep telling Bob he ain't doing nothing?
that's what I'm telling
I
you.
was clicking the button.
Where would you like
The monkey.
where would you like the replacement piece from?
I don't care.
Don't care.
Top, the bottom was fine.
If you don't care, why would you then say to do something?
Because I've said I don't care every single time.
But the time I do it without asking you, you're gonna say what?
Nothing.
You're gonna say that's the wrong one. And I'm gonna
I'm
have
going to
to,
place this inhabitant
don't have
here.
to, you know.
Go ahead, Bob. Yeah.
You're an exhausting person, you know.
I don't quite have a strategy yet, but
Nor do I.
I'm going to try that one.
No, don't try that one. I don't know if I wanted that or not.
Me neither. But I'm going to take an inhabitant.
Inhabitant.
Oop, I'm going to place him on that gear, but I'm also going to take another one, put him on my infirmary.
Oh, yeah.
Every time. He thinks it's an accident.
Yay.
My turn's over.
I'm not sure why that's a yay. Why is that yay, Jay?
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Just so you'd ask those exact questions.
Okay. I think I'll go with this one here. And then I'm going to go with this here. And then I'm going to fling a piece of junk at Bob.
What?
There. Garbage for you.
Just finally
Garbage. And that is what the farm allowed me to do. It says every time you place a building, place a junk token on a relic in one of your neighbor's communities. Bob just placed a relic. I've been waiting. And I strike. I strike.
Right, flip the tile.
I'm sorry. So much better.
Yes.
It's worth 2 points.
I will take the... I'll take the second one down. Yeah, that's a good one. Thank you.
All right, that's a jerk move. I'm going to stop doing that. It's also important to note at this time that the Dized app also has this happy little music playing in the background of this thing. And it's actually quite pleasant.
Yeah, it's nice. You know, and for other games, if this was like a dungeon crawler, it would be more like
ominous.
Ominous
and,
music,
doom, you know.
doom music.
Did you place your tile, Bob?
Not yet, I'm looking.
All right.
I'm thinking.
You keep on, you do you.
I'm thinking.
All right. What are you thinking so far, Jay? Do you think you got a winning strategy going?
No, games like this I never have. This reminds me a lot of a little bit of Acropolis, where the tiles you place in a certain way will win it for you or kill you.
I'm getting
Always killing me.
I'm getting a really big King Domino vibe. Big
okay.
King Domino vibe
Yeah,
on this.
I suck at that game too, so yeah. That
Makes
vibe,
perfect sense, yeah. All right, Bob, what you got?
Just kidding.
Bob's got grumbling. Hey, whoo!
So I'm trying to remember how the terrain, if you have 7 or more, it counts as 1 point?
Counts as 3 points.
Okay.
This one specifically says worth 3 additional points if you have placed on a terrain segment of exactly 7.
Got it.
He's still thinking. Anyway.
Yeah. Actually, while he places, you could flip. And, don't forget.
4x4.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That is now all legal now.
That is illegal.
Okay, we
But
can flip his card while he's thinking.
Well, if you want to put it back, because it's the first game I had to let him. I grouse about it. I mean, you know me, but
Take 2 inhabitants.
you don't get to it, Henry.
I do.
You don't.
I could place one on a gear, and I could place one on my infirmary. We're just collecting sick people.
Like, can you place 2 on that? Can you have 2 gears on that one card?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's only one
Oh, boy.
inhabitant per
Hey,
tile.
that's a lot of books.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of books.
I'm gonna take it for 2 points.
All right. Is that a forest one with that gear on it?
No, sir,
it's
that is
asphalt.
asphalt.
Oh, asphalt. Okay.
He's asking Bob, and I keep answering. I'm going to be quiet. You answer. When he addresses you specifically, I'm going to be quiet. It's going to be a quiet video. Anyway, so while Jay's taking his turn, do you think you have a winning strategy going here?
Hell no.
Ah,
Sorry. Heck no.
that is a valid response.
Okay, I placed mine. I have 3 in a row, but I cannot place a 3 building because it's 2 different terrain types.
Mm-hmm.
But I am going to, I don't know, take the school and put the school on here. That's my turn.
No.
This can be starting anywhere, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're starting
okay.
tough and go
Got it.
anywhere in your 4x4
Got it.
square.
When did you get an energy source?
Oh, I play one from my secret stash.
Oh, yeah, it's secret stash. Okay, got it.
Nice.
Secret stash. And then I found out what it did, and it was exciting. I was like, that is worth a lot of points if I can fill that.
Yeah.
I'm going to play one from my secret stash then.
So you put down here, what, a school?
Yeah.
School. All right, worth 2 additional points if you have more visible relics than both your neighbors.
Which I am not going to come
You are
close
way
to.
behind on that.
But it's still worth 2 points just
It
as
is.
the building.
2 is still... Points is points.
Points is points.
Did you place your tile?
I did, but I was going to, I guess, build a garden.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You replaced your tile. You
I
did.
used the secret tile.
Oh, you used secret tile. All right.
Yes.
All right.
I'm running out of space. Either that or I'm going to have to move the...
You just move those. It doesn't matter where those are.
Yeah, this is...
Yeah.
You know, it's set up real nice from the app, but there's no reason we have to leave it there. We just make it convenient for us.
Yeah, I
I don't know why I'm doing it. You take care of it.
The app showed 3 piles, but whatever. It could be
Doesn't
one
matter, I
pile.
guess.
Right. Right. All right. What else do I want to do here, folks? I think I want this one, but not really.
Oh, I forgot to put an inhabitant.
You forgot the what?
Put an inhabitant on my infirmary.
Oh boy. So sorry.
Can you put an inhabitant on? Can you only put an inhabitant on gears that you just placed now, or like later on in the game? Can you like?
It says you got to place them on the tile you just placed.
Oh, okay. All right.
But the infirmary also says on same segment of continuous terrain as this building, so I could just keep going up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my turn. There's nothing in there.
Hey, you got to read that more. It says at the end of every turn, place one inhabitant on this building or any other building on the same
on
segment
the building. Oh,
of continuous terrain. You happen to have one,
happen to have one.
but you were reading it wrong.
but that was a dumb luck
Yeah.
advantage there.
It's still going to help you for a completely different reason.
Yeah.
Can I have that top tile, please?
This top tile right here,
Yep.
it's all yours, buddy.
Perfect.
I'm going to replace it.
And I'm going to put that's on my 4th, so I can't expand anymore. So I might as well just put another school on this one.
Yeah, still worth 2 points, no matter what else you do.
Yeah. And I can't, since I already placed a school, I'm not allowed to also place on this other gear a inhabitant. Just a point of order.
My
All right,
turn.
Bob.
I got this one. One inhabitant, please.
Oh, I can fling crap at Bob.
Stop freaking crapping me.
It's funny, this game's all about, community. And, you know,
Well, the other community is like,
Yeah,
don't let them
right.
get the advantage.
Go down here. I am going to place a school, and I'm going to fling mud at Bob.
Stop flinging.
Stop trying to play relics.
My turn. Card that asphalt piece, or piece of asphalt on it. Thank you. And then place.
Whoa.
Oh, no.
What is, oh no?
That's alright, it'll still work. I just didn't want this piece in this order.
Oh, I put that in the wrong spot. It's supposed to be here.
Okay.
It still goes there.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's
Nah.
that's where I intended to go, and I just, or maybe I bumped it or something.
Your turn, Bob.
I'm waiting for one of you knuckleheads to build a 5th spot.
I already did it.
Oh, I know, but I'm gonna do it again.
But that's
I suspect you're gonna do it.
I guarantee that I'll do it. Guarantee it. And it'll be like my winning move.
Yeah.
Like, take that, guys.
50 points. No. Are you playing a secret tile?
Yes.
It's a secret.
It's a secret tile. 2 meeples, please. Or inhabitants. I'm going to place one on my gear. And I'm using my school or my infirmary to put
That
another
infirmary,
sick person.
I need to get me one of them.
No kidding.
Like as early as Bob did.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need a
It's
time machine
piling
too.
up. It's piling up.
Yeah, he is. It's like the corn baron. He's the meeple baron.
I don't know time like the present on this one. Let's go ahead and do this. I'll put this guy. Do some quick investigating.
Oh,
Yeah.
who didn't?
I did put back in.
Oh, okay. That was you.
You gotta keep investigating. Oh, well, that works out beautifully for me.
Would you like that piece?
I would.
There you go.
Perfect. And everything works out just how I wanted it.
Things are not going my way. I'm looking for one specific piece. I can't get it.
So I'm going to put up a 3 building. I could wait and put up a 4 building.
That's 5. That's 5 spaces.
No, it's not. So what's the public square do? Worth 1 point per space of your largest segment or continuous.
Right. So like Bob over here's got like 8 forests in a row.
Yeah.
He would have a big chunk there.
So I could either wait and try to get a 4th gear here, but if I wait, I'm never going to be able to place a 3
asphalt too.
thing on there.
Yeah.
So I could place my infirmary right now and start my little Meeple
Mart.
You know what? I am going to...
I have messed up. Shucky darns.
I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and risk it.
I even messed up in a way that cost me points, not in a way that not in a way that borks the game.
Okay, bud.
Okay.
I mean, this game is interesting. There's a lot of thought that goes into it. You know, you don't want to play. You know, you want to make some of your spaces big, continuous, but then sometimes you don't want to go too far. Like, you know, I've got a asphalt zone here that has to be 7 places, and I keep wanting to place something on it that'll help me here, but it'll make that more than 7 spaces, and I can't.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, you can't add asphalt anywhere around here because then now it would all be in the lethal move.
Right.
So now you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Not anymore.
You're good.
I had to.
You had to
worry
keep
about it
thinking about
a few
before.
times. Yeah, I had to change my strategies.
I grabbed that one.
Okay.
Oh, more relics.
Fling.
Well.
That's useless to all of us anyway.
Yeah, in fact, that kills a spot now.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna take that. I am not going to place anything there at this time. Thank you very much. I will flip a new piece. There you go, Jay, my friend.
I will take that.
No kidding.
That's nice.
Terrible.
And on a place. Oop, not one of these. So now this is worth the same amount as my largest segment.
Yeah.
So I got to start building large segments here. Okay, Bob.
It's his turn. Flapping your yap.
For the audience, let's not forget our people that are playing along with us.
You don't want to hear his philosophy either. I certainly don't. Which, by the way, if you'd like to hear more of Jason's philosophy, go ahead and comment down in the bottom there, and we'll be willing to engage in conversation, as will I.
Yeah.
But hit like, subscribe. Really helps the channel out. We appreciate you. What'd you do, Bob?
I flipped the one that he took, so I'm still debating.
Bob's muttering to himself. I wanted that piece.
One inhabitant piece.
I wanted that piece.
It's not yours, it's mine.
So guess what's going to happen? I'm going to fling more garbage at Bob.
Junk, junk, junk.
Yeah, well, that's our business, isn't it?
Yeah, but this kind of junk make real junk look bad.
That's exactly what's going to happen. More garbage just for you. It's all right.
What? How did you manage to...
Boink. What are you crabbing about?
I was counting it. I was looking. I'm like, oh, he can't build a building this time.
He's wrong.
Because why are you hucking them at me? But I guess because he's showing.
He's got one.
Yeah, it's a bit bad. I'll take that top one off there, please. Thank you. And I'm going to put a building on here.
I would like to tell the audience why the piece Bob took last time really messed up my plans. But I'll have to wait. Or Bob will mess up my plans in the future.
Bob, now's your chance to mess with his plans more. It's my way of saying it's his turn.
Ah. All right.
See what I did there? Oh, yeah, 3 spots to fill, man.
I know, but
Actually, only 2.
Oh,
I don't think you can get points for having more than. You can't have like 2 separate grasses. You only get points for 1.
I believe.
Everything I think that it's every grass segment that you have that's worth 7 or more. You.
I don't think. I think it mentioned something that.
Variety is the spice of
That
life.
is incorrect.
Maybe not too much.
Find scoring.
All these spaces are terrain
back.
space. Use the buttons for help.
Gear icons, relic icons. Hit the next button. There's scoring. Look at scoring.
Choose a scoring category.
Terrain segments.
Terrain segments are continuous regions of a single type of terrain. Each terrain segment of 7 or more spaces is worth 3 points.
Yeah, so you can have 2.
You will earn terrain segment points from every 7+ sized segment,
Yeah, you're good.
even if you have multiple segments of a certain terrain type.
Okay. All right.
In this example,
Yeah.
you would earn 3
Right,
points from
okay.
each forest.
So you want to separate once your terrain, continuous terrain type gets to 7. You want to stop it and then continue another one, ideally up to 7.
Yep.
I'll sing that whole song. I'll do it.
I love that song. Meeple on your segment or something?
No, sir. I need to
Okay.
fling more trash at Bob. Thank you for asking.
Oh, more trash. Stop throwing trash.
It's like a fence here when people.
Your default gets rid of just about anything.
I'll take the second from the bottom, please. Second, I'll take that one over there. Thank you.
Got no sense of humor, Jay.
I'm sorry, I missed what you were. I missed it. Sorry about that.
My turn?
I'm going to put a
Stop.
meeple on this section here. Okay. Is there something about if you put a inhabitant on it? Is there any negative effects as far as like counting that as a continuous space or something? Okay.
No. I will take an inhabitant, please. Don't give him any.
Yeah, please replace your piece. Thank you.
Darn. No.
But I'm happy with this one. I'm gonna take a garden.
So much junk.
You have nothing. So
Yeah, almost
you
literally.
literally have one relic.
Okay, I'm just gonna play my secret tile because we're almost at. Oh, wait a second. You don't have to play your secret tile ever.
You don't have to.
Right, can I have a second from the top there? Yep. Thanks.
So what do you think? You got enough mustard to win, Jay?
I don't have no idea.
No mustard.
We'll see.
I
I'm
can't.
going to annex some more land over here. Just gonna play my last secret tile.
Is that a relic?
And meeple. Yeah, I can't build anything more. I'm safe.
One meeple or 2, Bob?
Just one.
Don't you have?
No, I don't have any more buildings on that segment.
Oh, jeez. Good lord. Flip. Oh, contact the one right in the middle. Yep, perfect.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
Oh, look at that. Actually, didn't notice that too.
Too bad you can't build 2 buildings at once.
What? Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Other than that, would have been a brilliant play.
Would have been brilliant.
You may place one building or one
That's a
inhabitant.
bummer. I could have. Oh well. All right, let's put this one here. It'll give me a couple extra points. Alrighty.
Okay.
So now we have all completed our 4x4.
We have.
What does the app say to do?
However, you don't get.
Let me go back.
You will earn terrain segment. Choose a
It's as
scoring
if Bob's never
category.
used an app before.
Game end. Right?
Yes.
Yep.
Woo.
The game ends when each player has built their community of 4x4 land tiles,
Yes.
and the last player to do so has finished their turn. Did the game end?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Great job. Congratulations for rebuilding your communities. Let's score your communities next. This tutorial includes a handy score calculator. You will be asked to input the values for each category,
handy.
and they will be converted into points automatically. Use the buttons to add the requested amounts. Give it a try here.
No. Look at that.
What are you doing?
It just gives you a little.
Oh. Okay, so there's this nifty-doo scoring calculator in there.
That's cool.
So terrain segment says use the buttons to add requested amounts. Give it a try here.
That is a really cool addition on the Dized app. That's a really cool feature of the Dized app to have a score calculator like built into it.
So I guess
That's really cool.
we'll go through each player's then
Okay,
Yeah.
spaces.
with seven
Seven
or more
spaces, terrain
terrains.
segments. Okay, fine. Let's look. I have 4.
I also have 4.
I have 5. So 4 is 12 points. And then 5 is 15 points.
I appreciate the calculator, but I think we could have done 3 times 4.
Oh yeah. True.
Help section for each scoring category is available in case you need a reminder
Okay.
about the details.
Okay.
The calculator is really handy, but can of course use the score pad too if you want to.
Gonna use a score pad
Once
because
the
I
scores
already
have
got
been
I got
entered,
10.
you can still review the points and make adjustments before the total
Oh, I was
scores
gonna
are
get minus
revealed.
points for all that junk too.
Oh!
It was
Minus
figured
2.
out which one
Minus
is
2 for
played
junk.
and which one is played.
No, minus
Minus 1. Oh, okay.
But it is kind of a minus 2 because you would have scored for the relics. Now you're not going to.
But relics are only 1 point, right?
Right.
So now it's minus 1.
So
altogether.
it's you would have had 1. I put that on there. Now you don't get that 1, and you get a minus 1.
I know.
So it's like a 2-point swing.
Minus 2.
Yeah, that sucks.
No matter how you slice it, it sucks.
Okay. So decide which of you is player 1, which of you is player 2, and which of you is player 3.
I started,
Right.
so I guess yeah.
I was player 1, I'm player 2, but Jay's player 3. Cool. Okay.
It's done.
Well, hit done.
How many continuous segments of terrain with 7 or more spaces
Ah,
do you
let's
have?
just use that. All right.
Set
So
a value for each player and select done to continue.
I had 5. You each
Yeah,
had 4.
Yeah. Okay.
okay, click done.
How many energy sources
Wait.
is surrounded by other land tiles?
I have
Set the
1.
values.
I have 1.
Bob has 0.
1
Right.
Done.
Yep.
How many relic icons and tokens not covered by junk tokens do you have?
I have 6.
Jace?
I got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ow.
I just have 2.
Thanks for challenge. 8. 8. Yeah. I was trying to put in 7. You have 2? How'd you get the 2?
How did I not get 8? I don't know.
I would have had 10.
Well, yeah, you would have.
Junk master over here.
How many inhabitants do you have in your communities?
Here we go. Here we go. Nice.
Oh, here's where, is this inhabitants? Here's where Bob's gonna rack up.
I had 12.
I had 5.
All right, 3.
Numbers look good.
Next, enter the scores for the first building type.
Okay.
Add points.
Okay, so the schools, the only one that's going to score on schools is Jason because he had more relics.
Well, no,
Well, no.
I'll score. I'll get the bonuses.
Right,
Yeah.
bonus, right.
So
bonus.
I had
So
one
right
school.
now we're just doing the score for buildings?
Yeah.
No, it says add points for the buildings. Select the type. Hold on one second. Now, this is where we're going to put it in for sure because the next category is junk. So, for the buildings of the selected type, remember to check if the building power affects the scoring. Okay, so we should have just read it or listened to the thing.
Yeah.
So I have 2 schools at 4 points. I got 8 points.
So I have one school, so that's only 2 points.
Yep.
I have 4 schools.
Jeez.
Jeez.
You also get 8 points.
8 points. But so you got the 8 because you had the bonus.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was much more efficient.
Jeez.
Yes.
So, and I get the bonus because it says worth 2 additional points if you have more visible relics than both your neighbors. And that was
Is that
was
per-
one of my few strategies in the game
Is
to
that
make sure
per
I had
school?
more. Huh?
Is that per school?
Yeah.
Yep. So you got 8. So you had 4 schools. Man, I only managed 3 buildings. You guys had 5 and a lot.
Yeah.
And the second building type.
Okay.
Add points.
The second one is the garden, which is worth 3 additional points if placed on terrain segment of exactly 7 continuous spaces. So gardens, I have 1, 2. And here, this one's worth 5. This one's worth 2. I have 7. I think Jay was a bit of more of a master on this one than me.
No, not this one. I have only 1 garden. But it is on a thing of 7.
Okay. Is worth 5.
Yeah.
And Bob's is only worth 2.
Yep.
All right.
Third building type.
Junk Master. I had that. It's worth 4 points. I think I'm the only one who had one.
Yeah. I did not have a farm.
That was the junk flinging machine.
Fourth building type.
Infirmary.
Add points.
4 points for Bob. You didn't have an infirmary, did you? Neither did
I did
I.
not.
So 4 points for Bob.
Finally, the fifth building type.
Worth your largest
Add
segment.
points.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I think it's this one. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Jeez.
So that
Yikes.
was worth 13 points.
That's where Jay got all his money's worth.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it. Mine is the trash.
Lastly, how many junk tokens do you have in your communities?
Oh, just 4? I thought you had more than that.
4 is bad.
4 is bad.
I had 0.
It took away the school bonus.
4 is bad because it's the first building I built. So all those 4 other buildings.
Never gave him an ounce of trash.
The small
got 2
orange
relics.
numbers indicate category quantities, and the small green numbers points for each building type. The big green numbers indicate the total points for each category. The point totals will be revealed once you have checked the category scores.
Don't we get points for relics?
Check the recorded scores.
Yeah, we put them in, actually.
Yeah.
I'm
So
certain
that
we
looks
did.
it.
Okay.
Hey, we put the relic score in. Yeah, I see it, Jay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
Missed it.
So does this mean if we needed to edit?
Yeah.
So I could just go to next.
Okay, real quick. So what it's doing for us is it's giving us the scorecard with all the scores we just put in, and right next to it is a little thing that we could edit if we need to change something, so we can double check it here.
All right.
I think Bob's got this one. We'll find out.
Done with all the negative.
Drum roll.
Take a look at your beautifully rebuilt communities. Tap forward to see how well you did. Here are your total scores. Congratulations to the winner.
You're talking about me. I got stomped.
You got wrecked.
So our total is Bob at 37, Jason at 52, I at 51. Wow. I kind of thought that I'd be last place in this one.
What happened? I thought you had this for sure.
Well, I didn't think the buildings. You guys were. I didn't realize you guys were building so many buildings.
We got a lot of buildings.
And I didn't, because I thought at first I'm like, okay, buildings are going to be scarce. And then we started adding them up. I'm like,
And actually,
what the heck?
Jason, you beat us more. That I was down by 1 point, but I was lucky that I got this energy Only 2 of them came out.
Yeah.
3 of them came out, but that one was useless. And I got lucky that I got the pieces to put in this public square. And like the last 2 draws, I got like 5 to add to my total of 13.
Yeah, on my last turn I added 2 points, but
I added on my last 2 turns. I added 13 points.
And I counted your artifacts wrong, or your relics, because I thought I had it at one point.
Well, I did add that one on the last turn.
Yeah.
So if you were off by 1, I added that one on the last turn. And
6.
that was the
You
one
only had
strategy
5.
that I could see useful to me. It's like, okay, I had a lot of relics. I'm like, okay, I can go for this relics thing, and so I could fling garbage on Bob, who kept trying to replace it. But yeah, interesting. All right, so the final scores were Bob at 37, Jay at 31, or Jay at 51, and other Jay at 52. So another squeaker.
Yeah, for you guys.
Yeah.
What did we just play? Great Wall. Great Wall was a win-loss by 1, and you took that one from me, so they're roasting disappointment.
Well, let me do a screen capture, so I'm just going to hit next.
Okay.
You might get fireworks or something.
For your next game, flip to the orange side of the set 1 cards or move on to set 2.
Oh, okay, so I suppose
Okay.
it's the different sets because they're different
Once
for the
you get the hang of
replayability.
things,
Got it.
you can create your own building sets. You can mix and match any combination of buildings and powers from different trays when you set up a game. You
Nice.
don't have to use the same color for each building card. Building sets must contain 2 types of 2 space buildings, 2 types of 3 space buildings, and 1 type of 4 space building. Write your favorites on pages 14 and 15 of the game guide. Want to practice with balanced building sets? Check these out. Tap forward to finish the tutorial.
Yeah, right there in the back.
My building sets.
So
Unfriendly neighbor set.
the unfriendly. I am very friendly. Well,
Throwing garbage!
that makes me unfriendly.
Yes.
So yeah, basically you can play this game with 6 different preset modes, or create your own, mix and match. That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so this has been Life in Reterra. I Reterra'd better than you Reterra'd, apparently.
At his expense, because he kept throwing the garbage on mine.
No, at your expense.
Yeah.
Well, at your expense, ethically.
Oh. Yeah, I don't feel
Thank
bad
you,
about
Sam.
that. I don't feel the least bit, ethically compromised on that.
Yes, true.
All right, so Life in Reterra, using the Dized app, I thought it was very instructive.
As always.
As always. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I believe I am on some sort of winning streak of 1.
Of 1, yeah. We'll have the Dized app link down in the comments, or down in the description.
Description.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We'll see you next time.